Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I decided to make a video of me showing the whole beading process of beading an earring. I'll do my best to explain how I do certain things throughout the video, but if you are looking for a certain tutorial, please refer to my other videos to see if that answers your question or not. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy. Okay, so I wanted to say something as well. I know I'm gonna get this question because I kind of get it in every video, but I get my supplies, my thread, my needle, as well as my beads from beadededgesupply.com. They are a native-owned business located in San Carlos, Arizona. These beads that I'm starting off with are size 12 crystal luster beads. They are 3-cut beads and they are on beadededgesupply.com as well. They are sold by the Hanks. Now, I've been beading for quite some time now. So when I start tacking down my beads, I do, quite a few beads at a time. If you are a starter, I suggest starting off at about 4, maybe 6 beads, and then work your way up from there. And then I'm just going to poke my needle through the pellin here. Gonna leave some space at the end, so that way the beads can space out and they will not overcrowd. And then I'm going to tack down every 2 beads. Now, if you are using a 1 needle and 1 thread method, like I'm doing here, it is very important to pay close attention to the tension of your thread and how tight you're pulling it. You want to be gentle with it, but also you want to make sure that it's secure. If you pull too tight on your thread, you'll start to see that your beadwork and the material that you are beading on will start to curl and it's no longer going to be flat. But yeah, just keep that in mind. So when you want to continue that same row, you're going to poke your needle back about maybe 3 beads, and you're going to push your needle through all those beads. And then you're going to just add more beads and continue beading.
It was simple when the end's low, switch the tempo. When my friends go, it was simple when the end's low, switch the tempo. I got right, I got heart, I don't die, I'ma fight. I go go down, bet I strike. I go hard day and night, yeah. I go hard day and night. 1 to 1, no surprise. See the hate in their eyes. My brothers blood money bleed. I got the game in the squeeze. What would you do for some green? What would you do for some blues? Go pick and choose, a family of cheese. Some people not built like that. Some people get killed like that. Pressure like water, lights, mortgage, I been at bills like that. Now I got kids like that. No wonder why I feel like that. Some people go to war for nothing. Me, I go to war for some. Some people need knives and guns. Same ones just talk and run. Some people go to war for none. Me, I go to war for some. Some people need knives and guns. Same ones just talk and run. Where my friends go, it was simple. When the end's low, switch the tempo. I got right, I got heart. I won't die, I'ma fight. I go down, bet I strike. I go hard day and night. Money on the line, keep calling. Money on the books, need all that. My kids, they'll be ballin'. Got a real bankroll, not for Instagram. My mama on the line, keep calling. Praying for me, know I need all that. Told me it's not about ballin'. Real blessed, but I'm still sinning, man. What would you do for a win? What would you do for your friends? What if this life is a foe? What if it alls pretend? What if you roll to the end? What if you started again? This is real life, not a game. I fight my battles to win. But some people go to war for none. Me, I go to war for some. Some people need knives and guns.
Now here is where I decide to add some color. I'm going to start off with the purple. They are size 9 cardinal satin 3-cut beads, and then I'm going to add some pink, and that is the size 9 fuchsia satin 2-cut beads. And then after that I'm going to add the yellow. That is size 9 yellow satin 3-cut beads, and these can be also found on the Beaded Ed Supply website. Now I am doing a whole lot of beads at one time. If you are a beginner or a newbie, it would be best to just start off with 4 to 6 beads at a time instead of this long row of beads that I'm doing now. Also, again, just be careful with the tension of your thread. We want to avoid our material and our beadwork from curling in. I realized that I did not say what type of material I was beading onto. I am beading on Pellin. I do have a whole video on where to buy a certain material and what material you can use. Also material that you get that I use for backing. But that video will be linked in the description.
To settle down, day nights and late nights don't get around. But there's something about you I like, about you I like. You're crazy for saying I should slow down, but maybe I'm escaping the love we found. There's something about you I like, about you I like. I get too drunk and too scared and lie to you. If only you knew I would die for you. One of us gotta say the obvious. Nobody loves me better. Nobody loves me better. Nobody loves me better. I'm just too scared to settle down. There'd be many nights I got too high and almost left town. But there's something about you I like, about you I like. I get too drunk and too scared and lie to you. If only you knew I would die for you. One of us gotta say the obvious. Nobody loves me better. Nobody loves me better. I get too drunk and too scared and lie to you. If only you knew I would die for you. One of us gotta say the obvious. Nobody loves me better, yeah. I get too drunk and too scared and lie to you. If only you knew I would die for you. One of us gotta say the obvious. Nobody loves me better. Nobody loves me better. Talk to me nice. Talk to me honestly. Look in my eyes. Don't let it fall on me.
So here I ran out of thread. Basically what I do is just I tie both pieces of thread, the previous one and the new one together. That's pretty much it. But yeah, and then I just continue beading. Now what I'm doing right now is I'm sewing down the rhinestone banding. I'm using a metal chain type. You can also use the plastic type. They come in a variety of colors. I purchased mine from Facebook groups, Instagram. You can purchase these from beadedsupply.com, Apertura beadwork and supplies.com, as well as indigenoussupplies.com. They have a variety of banding, metal and as well as the plastic one. Also, when you are sewing down your banding, you want to be sure that you're sewing down in between each rhinestone, no more than 2 personally, because you want to make sure that your beadwork is nice and secure. Now when it comes time to cut the remainder pellin from around the banding, you want to be very careful not to cut your threadings. So just keep flipping back and forth and make sure that you're not cutting so closely. And then also, if you want your earrings to be stabilized and not like very bendy, I'm using a cardboard from a soda box. You can use like, I don't know, cereal boxes. I use that as well. I don't recommend using the very thick cardboard, the one that's kind of like double layered. I don't recommend using that because it will make your earrings kind of very thick, but that's just my personal preference. But yeah, cereal boxes, soda boxes, just whatever you can think of. So here I just added a dab of glue to the center of the back of my beadwork and onto the cardboard. This just helps the material from shifting around as I cut around it and as I edge the outer part of my earring. I used to use tacky glue all over the back of my earring, but I learned not to do that. You know, I'm just like everyone else. I do something and I find that something else works better. But yeah, I learned that the glue was making the cardboard soggy, and I also learned that when I needed to repair something, it was pretty much impossible to take it apart and repair it. So yeah, this was what works best for me now. But you know, do what works for you. Now here I'm trying to figure out where the center of the beadwork is. This is where I'm going to add my split ring. These are going to go onto regular hooks. But yeah, this is what a split ring is. It's kind of like double layered, not double layered. It's overlapped twice. And it looks like that the center is behind a rhinestone. So I'm just gonna hook my needle right behind it and sew it down about 4 to 5 times. Also, if you plan on using this method, I suggest using only split rings. But you know, again, this is just what I learned. If you use a jump ring, which is not overlapped, the threading, you know, where you sewed onto it will be more prone to go through that little gap and detach. So what I did just now was I poked my needle right through those loops I made sewing down the split ring. I'm gonna add 1 bead to my needle and then poke through both materials in between the rhinestone, go up from the bottom of the bead, grab 2 more beads, and then go to the in between the next rhinestone, poke through both materials, and then go back up that last bead. I have a video tutorial specifically on picket style edging. I will link that video down below. But yeah.
I've been on ghosts as a kid. Now I got house full of kids. Where I keep when you're sick. Keep making that money flip. I've been on ghosts as a kid. Now I got house full of kids. Where I keep when you're sick. Keep making that money flip. Way up. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. That went way up. Bend that mouse to feed. I pray that check flow stay up. All of my bros, they been my bros. I'm talking day one. I'm talking day one. Been at boys. Me and my bros do roll new keys, no deal, we been at toys. Been at checks. Me and my bros trust God on God, I swear we been at next. I've been on ghosts as a kid.
So here, I'm pretty much done with the edging. I just gotta add one last bead. Just grab one bead, and then I'm gonna go from the top of that first bead we started with, and then just pull through. And then I'm not a fan of knots, so what I do is I just poke my needle in between the backing and the beadwork, and then I do that just a few times, you know, back and forth.
Been at boys. Me and my bros do roll new keys, no deal, we been at toys. Been at checks. Me and my bros trust God on God, I swear we been at next. I've been on ghosts as a kid. Now I got house full of kids. Where I keep when you're sick. Keep making that money flip. I've been on ghosts as a kid. Now I got house full of kids. Where I keep when you're sick. Keep making that money flip. They know, 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 they know. Tunnel vision when I hit the holly. Working on that cause my mind is on an island. Told my babies I'll be homeless, so don't stay up. Breaks my heart to see them sad, so I won't wait up. Need it all that's mine.
So this is how they turned out, and I am super happy with these. They are so pretty. If you made it this far, thank you for watching. I know it was a long one. If you want to keep up with my work, I am on Instagram at @albedoni. I do have an Etsy shop, which I'll add more items hopefully next month. That is Albedoni Creations, and I am on TikTok at Albedoni Creations. Thank you for watching.